Hi everybody, I thought I would share one of the recipes and how to cook something that I've been eating for years and years. I got the recipe from this book. It's How to Teach Yourself Ayurveda, Ayurveda being the ancient Indian medicine system. How to Teach Yourself Ayurveda, and this is by Sarah Lee, this book. So you can see it's very bitten by my old house rabbits, and it's well worn from fingering through. I'm going to have a go at teaching you how to do this. So I've never done any cooking on camera before, so I'm going to show you the simplest thing. Now, I always eat this mung bean Ayurvedic stew whenever I'm feeling like I just need to really simplify my diet, or I need to boost my immunity, or just my health if I'm feeling a bit low. So I'm ready for 3 days eating only the Ayurvedic mung bean stew. So I'll eat it in small bowls for breakfast, lunch and dinner for 3 days, really simplifying my diet. Don't have to think about food for 3 days then. You can eat as much of it as you want, and I always feel really great after I've done that, and then wean myself back onto normal healthy foods. So what have we got? We have, first of all, we have the mung beans. So I've got green organic mung beans here. You can buy these in Morrison's. They have been washed and soaked overnight and then washed again, and they just need to have the water to go in there, and then they'll start cooking. So you want about 2 or 3 inches over the top of the mung beans with the water. A bit more. There lots of that is going to evaporate in the cooking process anyway. So what else have we got? We have got one of the main ingredients. This is onions. So I've got 4 onions in there, and I use this Norwalk food processor to make mine into a kind of onion pulp, but finely chopped is just as great. We have got ginger. So I've already pulped again my ginger as well, and I have pulped garlic, all done with the Norwalk, but again you can just easily chop them. I've got some bay leaves, I have some turmeric, love the colour of this one, and I have got coriander seeds. So this is really a simple recipe. It's simple to cook. I'm not a big cook. I describe myself more as a food assembler. I love to chop things, put them in a bowl, make them look really pretty, make them look really delicious, but I'm not much of a cook. So most of my food, I'd say 80% of the things I eat are always cold, just because I'm not really talented in the kitchen, don't enjoy it too much, unless I'm doing it for other people on one of my yoga retreats, and then it's all planned out, menus in advance, and then I really enjoy it because I know what I'm doing, I've got help, and I'm doing it for all of my guests, so that's a different thing altogether. So let's get started. So I'm going to put a big chunk of unsalted butter into the frying pan, get that going. And then once that's melted, we add in first the turmeric and then the coriander seeds, the bay leaves, and the onions, and the garlic. So the ginger and the bay leaves, they don't go into the frying pan to saute first. Once this gets nice and hot, bubbling away with the mung beans, I'll pop those in with that directly. So it's just the garlic, the turmeric and the coriander seeds that's going to go in with the butter. You're just kind of sweating them really, getting them nice and warm, and that way lots of the flavours come out and they become more flavoursome. So I got more into cooking things by working with May Simpkin. So I follow May Simpkin Nutrition. Check that out, maysimpkin.com, maysimpkinnutrition.com maybe, but definitely May Simpkin on Instagram. You can find her, she has amazing recipes, and I've worked with May putting on the yoga retreats for a few years now, maybe coming up to 6 years, at the Chateau de la Vigne in France, in the Loire Valley. So we were on Escape to the Chateau on Channel 4 last year, So that was really exciting, and we got to show what we do to a wider audience. But check out her work. She really makes me want to cook, and I'm not a natural, I don't have a natural propensity to cook. All of her things are really, really simple, but they're delicious. And you don't need to have loads of ingredients that are complex. And that really suits me. So we're getting going with this. So get that moving around. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in 15 minutes. But like I said, I've never tried to cook on camera before, so we'll see how it goes. It might be really humorous. It might be really boring. But we'll see. It might never see the light of day. Right, good, we're ready. Okay, so we're cooking. So we'll turn that down now. So I've got everything prepared, so just to make it less boring really for you that are watching. So first I'm going to put in my turmeric. Love the colour of that. And then put in, already smells really nice. Put in my coriander seeds. So getting those going. So anyone who's really good at cooking might have some suggestions for me to do things in a different way. But I found this book and this recipe when I was about 17, and I've been cooking it for years and years. So sometimes my students say, oh, what do you eat, Jamie? And this is one of my staple things. So my family, they think it's hilarious that I've been eating this mung bean stew for a really long time. Especially my mum. She says if I'm ever her carer one day when she's really old, or she's going to get a carrot juice and mung bean stew to eat. So I use that as some kind of threat, some leverage to make sure she stays really well. If you are tuning into this mum, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're starting to get this going. Ooh, lovely colour change there. Love the colour. So it's only just a bit of a sweat here, and then we're going to put in the garlic. Nice sizzle. Lovely. It's getting a bit dry actually. The garlic tends to dry it, so it'll start to sweat out the garlic now, some of the moisture. So I don't know how everyone else is doing. Some people are probably still working. I'm not working obviously with my yoga teacher trainings. They're suspended for the time being. So we're hoping to get out when we get the government green light and get back to that. So I've been doing lots of research, lots of self-practice of my own. So at the moment I'm researching the working title, Inscriptions of Meaning in Modern Yoga. So I'm pursuing a PhD in yoga studies, and I am currently finishing my proposal. So that's really exciting, and being stuck in means that I've got lots of time to get stuck in, really. Okay, so that's looking alright. This one should have already been put on. That's not bubbling at all. But it doesn't matter, because they're going to cook for a really long time anyway. So I'm going to pop into this back one, in with the mung beans and the water, all of the ginger. And the bay leaves. So now I can add my onions to the frying pan. Now you don't want to be frying these onions so that they become like fried onions. It's definitely just wetting them, just sauteing them so that they're softening and releasing some of the water out, and then merging with the flavours of the turmeric and garlic. Lovely. Love the yellow colour coming back. See, it went really almost red, and now the lovely golden colour of the turmeric has returned. Great. Keep that going. I'll get nice and hot. So once some of the water has come out of this, this will go into here, and then we'll be leaving that to simmer for probably about an hour, 75 minutes maximum. And then you leave it for a while actually, and I find the longer that you leave it, the flavours seem to change character, merge, and the mung bean Ayurvedic stew is better. Then the taste is much better. Yeah, it's not very hot. You have the wrong one on. Now I have dyscalculia, so I'm always switching the wrong hobs on, even when I'm really concentrating, which is very annoying. But it is a meditation on patience. So yeah, so you don't have to eat this just for 3 days or 2 days like I do. You could just have it as a supplement to your diet for a few days, just to give you a boost. Just get some different nutrients into you. So 11:40, so just a little bit longer with this. Good smells coming out now. Quite a lot of water actually in those onions that we're getting there. So I haven't taught any online yoga classes yet. I created instead a video which is a full 75 minutes of Ashtanga Yoga, modified primary series. You can find that on my YouTube channel, Jane Yoga. And there's also a couple of beginners classes on there that are much shorter practices, which you could try as well. I think it's really important in these days when there's a lot going on that we sometimes find, well not sometimes actually, find a consistent practice of something rather than changing the practice every single day. Because then you find improvements, you've got the measure to reflect upon of how you're improving, how things are changing. So if you wanted to try something for a regular practice, you could try one of those videos that are on the YouTube channel. I am tempted to do an online class, but for me as a teacher, it just seems very unsatisfying because I can't actually see the students very well. Although I have been observing some creative ways, and I've seen that my friend Micah, who's an Iyengar teacher in Leeds, she has a projector and a projector screen. Now I'm thinking that that might be the way forwards for me, because then her students are really big and she can give some really good coaching and technical information, which appeals to me a lot more. So I think that if I'm going to do it, it's going to be through that method. So watch this space. You might get a rocket class out of me all of a sudden on Zoom. Just got to set it up. This is looking really good, and if you were here, you would be mouth-watering because it smells amazing. Okay, so I'm going to, maybe a little bit longer. What time are we on? Oh, no, I don't have, I've got 20 seconds. So here we go. I'm going to pop it in. So it's had enough of a go. So that goes directly into the mung bean. Give that a whirl round and come to the front. You might be able to see if I bring the camera a bit closer. This gorgeous colour here. I'm going to leave that now to simmer away. Look, the green mung beans are coming through. Look how gorgeous that looks. Absolutely beautiful colours. Kaleidoscope of colours in there. So that's it. See if you can make it.